It was Friday, October 13th, 1972, a day that would be etched in history for its tragic events. A small plane, Flight 571, carrying a Uruguayan rugby team, soared over the Andes Mountains. The team was excited, looking forward to their upcoming match. They were young, full of dreams, and brimming with hope. Each player had aspirations, not just for the game, but for life itself.
But the mountains held danger. The weather turned fierce, wind howled, snow blinded the pilots. The once clear skies became a treacherous whiteout.
Then it happened. In an instant, everything changed. The plane slammed into a mountainside. The impact was sudden and devastating. The world exploded in a deafening roar of metal and snow. The impact was brutal. The serene mountains were now a scene of chaos. Bodies were tossed, bones shattered. The once lively team was now a scene of pain and despair. When the chaos subsided, only 29 souls remained alive. They were in shock, trying to comprehend the magnitude of the disaster. Scattered amidst the plane wreckage, they were battered, broken, but alive. The wreckage was their only shelter in the freezing cold. They were stranded at 12,000 feet, surrounded by a frozen wasteland. The vast, icy expanse seemed endless. Their fight for survival had just begun. With limited resources and harsh conditions, they faced an unimaginable ordeal. The crash survivors faced a nightmare. Stranded in the middle of nowhere, they were surrounded by nothing but snow and ice. The thin air was hard to breathe. Each breath felt like a struggle, as if the mountains themselves were squeezing the life out of them. The bitter cold cut to the bone. The relentless wind and snowstorms made it impossible to stay warm, no matter how many layers they wore. Food was scarce, just a few sweets and chocolate bars. They rationed every bite, knowing it might be their last. Hunger gnawed at their bellies. The emptiness in their stomachs was a constant reminder of their dire situation.
They huddled together for warmth in the plane's shattered fuselage. The wreckage was their only shelter against the unforgiving elements. Hope dwindled with each passing day. The isolation and harsh conditions took a toll on their spirits. They knew the world was searching. Rescue teams were out there, but the vastness of the mountains made it a daunting task. Every day they listened for the sound of rescue planes. The faintest noise would make their hearts race with hope. Every day, silence mocked their hopes. The empty sky was a cruel reminder of their isolation.
Their food ran out. Starvation loomed. The reality of their situation became more dire with each passing moment. They were facing a terrible truth. The harsh reality of their predicament forced them to confront unimaginable choices. To survive, they had to make an unthinkable choice. The weight of their decision was heavy, but it was a matter of life and death. Death was their constant companion. The survivors knew they had to do something drastic. Their bodies grew weaker, their spirits began to break.
Then came the agonizing decision. To live, they must eat, but not the food of the living.
They used the metal from the plane wreckage, fashioned crude knives. It was a gruesome pact, a necessity born of desperation. They consumed the flesh of their fallen comrades, a sacrifice that defied all norms, driven by the primal instinct to survive. Days turned into weeks, and the relentless cold showed no mercy. The survivors huddled together, trying to keep warm, their breath visible in the frigid air. Hope flickered like a candle in the wind. fragile and easily extinguished. Then disaster struck again, shattering their fragile sense of security. A massive avalanche roared down the mountainside, a force of nature that could not be stopped. It slammed into their fragile shelter, the plane's fuselage, burying them alive under tons of snow and debris.
For 72 agonizing hours, they were entombed in darkness. The air grew thin, and every breath became a struggle. Panic set in as hope began to fade. 8 more souls perished, lost to the cruel embrace of the mountain, their dreams and hopes buried beneath the relentless snow.
The survivors emerged into a world cloaked in white, a desolate and unforgiving landscape. Their numbers were dwindling, and their situation felt increasingly hopeless. Yet, the will to live still flickered, a small but persistent flame. They clung to each other for warmth and strength, determined to survive against all odds. Among the survivors were 2 young men, Nando Parado and Roberto Canessa. They knew time was running out. They made a decision. They would climb the treacherous peaks. They would risk everything to find help.
Their journey was a testament to human endurance. For 10 grueling days, they battled freezing temperatures, treacherous terrain, and relentless hunger.
But they pushed on, fueled by the faintest glimmer of hope. They knew the lives of their friends depended on them.
After what felt like an eternity, their desperate prayers were finally answered. They miraculously stumbled upon a Chilean shepherd. He was their beacon of hope. He quickly alerted the authorities.
Finally, after 72 days of unimaginable hardship and suffering, rescue helicopters arrived.
The world watched in awe as the survivors, emaciated but miraculously alive, emerged from the icy wilderness. They had endured the truly unimaginable. Their story was a testament to the unyielding strength and resilience of the human spirit. Luck postus. The survivors' ordeal was far from over. Once rescued, they faced a new set of challenges, both physical and psychological. Reintegrating into society after such a harrowing experience was no small feat. Many of them struggled with survivor's guilt, haunted by the memories of those who didn't make it. Postus. Yet, their story didn't just end in tragedy. It served as a powerful reminder of the resilience and strength inherent in all of us. Their experience led to improved safety protocols for air travel, ensuring that future generations would be better prepared for similar disasters. Postus. The survivors went on to share their story with the world, inspiring countless others to find hope even in the darkest of times. Their journey from despair to triumph became a beacon of hope, demonstrating that the human spirit can endure and overcome the most insurmountable odds. Pause twos. Thanks for watching and have a wonderful day.